So Marvel Spider-Man 2 is about 2 or so weeks-ish away from releasing on PC, which is quite huge for us, Spider-Man fans, because when this game releases on PC, there's going to be so many different mods for visual, overhauls. You'll be able to have movie accurate suits. You'll be able to have comic suits that weren't in the game. People will probably add all the previous Spider-Man suits from, Marvel Spider-Man Remastered and Miles Morales that didn't make it into the game. They'll port them over. Just things like that, right? That will be absolutely fantastic for us, like fans, right? It's going to be such a good time, and I'm really excited for this. But one of the biggest things for me personally, or if you go over here to the Discord, okay, this is one of the coolest things. So they say, is this a mod for Marvel Spider-Man 1, Marvel Spider-Man 2, or Miles Morales? And what they say is this is a mod for Marvel Spider-Man 1. However, we will look into porting to Marvel Spider-Man 2 once it releases. Miles Morales is currently not supported. So what this means is that this project, right, the Marvel Spider-Man multiplayer project that's currently really deep in development, and if you look at some of the screenshots here, you can see all of these different characters, right? This might end up being ported to Marvel Spider-Man 2 because Marvel Spider-Man 2 is probably built on the, backbone, or rather like on the same engine and same like map as Marvel Spider-Man 1, so it'll have a lot of the same code there, so it might be a bit easier to port it over. So as you can see here, you've got Peter, Miles, and Silk. But here's the kicker: for Marvel Spider-Man 1, all of these characters, right, they will play the exact same. The only differences is you'll be able to select like different suit powers. So you'll have like spider arms, you'll be able to like do quips, or you'll be able to do like, the Spider-Punk like rock attack where he just like smashes the ground, or Spirit Spiders like flames. So that might be the biggest differences, but at the end of the day, your combos and your takedowns will largely be the same. However, if Marvel Spider-Man 2 gets the multiplayer mod, right, then you'll be able to have at least like 5 different character presets to really choose from. And let me explain what that really means here. So if you look here, you'll be able to play as Spider-Arms Peter, right? So you'll be able to have your own suit, whether it's like comic accurate or movie accurate suit. Then you'll be able to slap on the Spider-Arms there, right? So that'll be one like different preset that someone can choose to play as. Then you could choose to play as the black symbiote, or the Symbiote Spider-Man here, like that as a preset. So you could have like a mod for a different looking like symbiote suit, right? So that could be really cool. Or you could play as the anti-venom version, or even you could like have a Carnage version, because people come up with different recolors here as well for the tendrils and things like that in the game as well. So if you think about it, it'll probably be like 10 or 11 different versions of characters to be able to play. So it'll be a lot of different play styles, different takedowns, different animations playing together. It'll be a lot more different than, let's say, Marvel Spider-Man Remastered, and the world will be a lot more open. You'll be able to glide around with your wings. Like, it'll look amazing, guys. Like, trust me, that will be something that will be mind-blowing and for the ages. Like, genuinely, it'll be awesome. And I haven't even gotten to Miles. Like, Miles has the blue like Venom abilities, right? You could still go invisible, or you could have the orange abilities, right? Which either or, like, I think that these things will genuinely be some of the coolest like things for Marvel Spider-Man 2 multiplayer, like 100%. Because if you look over at the combat and like just testing screenshots, like as well, like for photo mode, you'll have like 16 different friends. You could go to public lobbies, or you could just get all of your friends that play with mods, all download the same mods in the launcher. Which, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, because I'll have a tutorial up the moment the mods drop. So if there's like a mod launcher or something like that, I'm gonna make sure to teach you guys how to install mods, and I do it the best way I can, so it's as simple as possible, which is very, very important. I think that everyone should have access to these mods, Especially since this is a single player game, right? Even though it'll be multiplayer, it'll be like you're just playing, like it's PV, it's not PvP, you know what I mean? So I think that is fine when it comes to, Marvel Spider-Man 2 or Marvel Spider-Man Remastered. I think that is completely okay. So here you can see like some takedowns and stuff, and I'm really excited to see how it'll work in the game when you switch over to play as Miles or Peter, and you have all these different mods, because again, you could also mix and match, right? So you could have some spider arms and some symbiote abilities, right? So you could also have that, and that'll again be a lot different to someone just going full, symbiote, or somebody just going full arms. You'll be able to like mix and match, which I think will be really, really cool. It'll also be really cool if you're able to choose like what kind of Peter voice you want to have. So if you want to have the more so calm Peter, or you want to have like the symbiote aggressive Spider-Man, just like taking everyone down and just being like, you should have stayed home. It's way past your bedtime. Like, you know what I mean? Just like funny things like that. But my mind has just been racing like crazy thinking about the possibilities. Like I literally woke up at 12 a.m. I'm just like, dude, like this is huge. Because if you go over to, just the frequently asked questions again in the Discord, you've got all of these things. Like, we don't have a release date yet, which is completely understandable because there's a lot of bug testing to do. No PvP just yet, but it might get looked at in the future, which would be interesting. But the fact that you'll have 16 players, right? Like this will be virtually, especially even in Remastered and Marvel Spider-Man 2, this will be like your own Spider-Verse game. You'll be able to swing around with friends, you'll be able to complete story mode missions, you'll be able to take down a lot of crimes. Now, hopefully with 16 players, I hope they make it really chaotic so there's like a lot of crimes just popping up all around the place, like 16 times the amount. Although that would be like, it'll probably make the game a bit unstable. So maybe like just 3 or 4 crimes at once, and you could have like different people like swing off to different crimes. I think that'll also be like a really cool idea there, personally for me. Like I think that would be awesome to see, right? Because because even for one player, like you could just get to the crime and take it down super easy. And I don't know how car chases would really work. Like, would everyone need to stay in range while one person gets in the car? You know what I mean? Like, that'll be interesting. And, some main story missions do work, but the main focus is free roam content currently for the game, which is fine. I think that's, like, what people really like to do anyway in Marvel Spider-Man. Like, people just like to swing around and relax, and if you can do that with friends and take down symbiotes and, crimes and things like that, or, like, if you could take down, like, Craven bases, maybe add, like, way more enemies there, that'll be a ton of fun. And here's the other thing as well that I haven't even touched on. People have done difficulty mods for Marvel Spider-Man Remastered, where it makes the game like incredibly difficult to the point you're pretty much like getting one shot. So imagine getting like all your buddies there in the game, and it's like one shot difficulty. Like that sounds so fun, man. Like one shot difficulty, taking on the story mode, or going through like the hunter bases, or like Craven bases, things like that. It just sounds so fun, man. It sounds very, very just like it just sounds like a good time. Like, you're on call with your friends, swinging around, just, it sounds fun. Mods will work, of course. So you'll be able to have your own skins. And again, people could go as the Spider-Arms Peter, Symbiote Peter, like either or. You could have recolors, so make yourself probably even look like Carnage. Then you'll be able to play as Miles, like either version of the electricity. You'll be able to mix and match. The possibilities here are truly endless. I hope I'm not getting ahead of myself when I'm making this video, but I really want you guys to go support the Spider-Man multiplayer project. I will leave a link to the Discord in the description. Like, this is huge, and this has only been in the works since August of last year, of 2024. So, you create a lobby, and then other players can join via Steam invite, or you could add the host's IP and join that way. There'll also be public lobbies, and only Steam and Epic Game versions are supported copies in which this multiplayer will work in. And obviously they aren't affiliated with the unofficial PC port, which I truly respect. So once Marvel Spider-Man 2 releases, it'll probably take a little while for all this stuff to kind of come out, because we don't even have the multiplayer for Marvel Spider-Man Remastered. But I'm sure once they figure that out, it'll be a lot easier and more streamlined to be able to port it to Marvel Spider-Man 2. There'll probably be a bit of a testing period for them to sort everything out, and then we're going to end up getting that, which sounds like it'll be freaking awesome, man. I'm so excited to see how this project pans out, how it works out. I'm really excited to just see the combat because, like, if you look over here, like, look at this. You've got all the people just swinging down. Like, it'll be such a good time, man. Like, look at this. You've just got everybody hanging out. It's gonna be like seriously awesome, man. I imagine this in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Like the amount of different combat additions that were added. The only thing, obviously, to be concerned about is the ping, but even then, it seemed like fine for the most part. So, let me know in the comments what you think of this. If you're new to the channel, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. When Marvel Spider-Man 2 drops, I'll be doing content on it day one, mods, no mods, things like that. And as soon as the mods drop, you'll have a tutorial from me. Make sure to go join over to the Discord server of the Spider-Man multiplayer project. And yeah, have an absolutely wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Peace.